I'm going to show you a super simple way to calculate a calorie deficit. Not only that, I'm going to show you how to execute that plan. You take it from A to Z and actually see weight loss at the end of that journey. Now listen, if you're shredded dice clay and you already have a six-pack, this video is not for you. You already know how to diet, you already know how to lose weight, you have an understanding of nutrition. This video is for someone like Debbie who has tried Weight Watchers, keto, paleo, intermittent fasting, you name it, she's done it. She's tried everything, she's lost weight, she's gained weight, she's never been able to keep it off. Pay attention because this video is for you. So I've broken this system down into 4 components. Step number 1, we're gonna calculate. Now, calculation is the most crucial part because it gives us a place to start from. Most people fail at a diet because they don't have a plan or a strategy in place. This is the most important part, so you cannot skip this. We're gonna use 4 different numbers: your current weight, the weight you wanna get to, and then we're gonna use the numbers 11 and 12. Let me show you what I mean. This is Debbie. Debbie currently weighs 135 pounds, but Debbie wants to get down to 120 pounds. Now, Debbie wants to get to 120 pounds, and that's what we're gonna use as her goal weight. So we're gonna multiply 120 times 11. That gives us 1,320. We're gonna next take 120 pounds and multiply that times 12, and that gives us 1,440. This is our range. That is where we're going to live for the next foreseeable future. Between 1,320 calories to 1,440 calories, we're going to stay in that caloric deficit. Next, we move on to the most important part, which is adherence. We're going to adhere to this plan. Not only are we going to adhere, we're going to adhere to it for 30 days. And this is where most people fail because they'll stick to something for 1 or 2 weeks, not see the results they want, and then they pivot too soon. But if you had just stuck it out another 2 or 3 more weeks, you would have started seeing results and realized that the system is working. And we've all been that person. I've been that person where I've changed course way too quickly and jumped from one thing to the next, hoping that something's gonna work, when in reality, I end up right back here at the beginning, struggling with weight, trying to figure out what works, and then just starting all over again. Next, number 3, we're going to monitor. And we're gonna monitor in 2 different ways. Number 1, these are eyes. These are googly eyes right here. We're gonna monitor by what we see. How do we look in the mirror? How do we feel? How do our clothes fit? Then the next most important part, we're going to monitor with a number. And this is where I want you to do some homework. You're gonna step on the scale every single morning. Right after you wake up, you're gonna go to the bathroom. You're gonna do number 1 or number 2 or both. You're gonna step on the scale butt naked so that we have consistency. And you're gonna take that number every single day for the next 30 days. Now, why do we do this? Because people fixate on just one day. The problem with fixating on your weight on one day is that your weight can fluctuate anywhere from 3 to 5 pounds in one single day. And that's not really an accurate depiction of if the system is working. A more accurate way to look at it is to take the average over the course of 30 days. So if you weigh yourself every single day, you can actually see trends in where your weight is moving over time. And then last but not least, we move on to step number 4, which is adjust. Now, adjust is an emergency case only. This is not as important as 1, 2, or 3, because this, think of it like a parachute or an e-brake. You only use it if you're about to crash. And that's being overly dramatic. The reasons we would adjust are you're either losing too fast, you're gaining too much weight, or you're feeling really run down and lethargic. In which case, if you're losing too much weight too fast, which some people might not say is a problem, I think it might be too much of a problem, you want to increase your calories slightly so that you can sustain some muscle mass. If you're not losing any weight and you find yourself actually moving in the opposite direction, then we're going to lower your calories or move towards the bottom end of that range. And alternatively, if you're feeling really run down and you don't have any energy to perform, then we might need to play around with your macros and adjust your carbohydrates, still staying within this range, but maybe we need to pull back the carbs or increase the protein and pull back the protein. We can play around with it. And that's it. Weight loss is as simple as 1, 2, 3, 4. If you follow these steps, I promise you, you will see results. I've been doing this for the last 20 years and I've implemented this same system with hundreds upon hundreds of people, and I've seen results hundreds of times. And this system works. The only problem is most people fail at number 2 because they can't stick to anything for more than a week or 2. And at the end of the day, what do you have to lose? There's 12 months in a year. What's 1 month of you experimenting with something that you've never done before? And I want to help. And if you have any questions along the way, drop a comment down below, send me a DM, send me an email. I will help you in whatever way that I can. And as all the cool kids say, if you like my stuff, subscribe, like, share, do all that stuff. And if you don't, it really doesn't make a difference to me. Either way, I hope you get some value out of this.